everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs continue to move through the season and want to find a way to secure win number 3 on the year. It's the 49ers going up against the Buccaneers.
All right, Larry, we are at a site that's played host to 2 Super Bowls, and that's Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it. What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
3rd and long for Winston. And the Niners get there and bring him down. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Sammy Coates, the intended target there. And it's 2nd down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too. Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
The play fake. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They run with Ajayi. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. Working out of the gun, Winston. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Mike Evans, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And he puts it through. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult. Carlos Hyde, see you later. The 20, 10, for touchdown, 49ers. Carlos Hyde with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
This fielded at the 2. Now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And he'll bang that one through. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, when defensive coordinators game plan to put pressure on a quarterback, they often want to use blindside rushes, and that's exactly what they did there. The cornerback gets to him and drops him.
Now Jameis on second down. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And down he'll go at the 25. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Wait a second, they did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's 3 yards. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now it's a bootleg with Winston. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 47 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Jay Ajayi, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll set up to throw. Dancing to his left. Sammy Coates has it complete. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. 23 yards on the play. Back to throw now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
On 2nd down, Hyde. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
If this was boxing, you think maybe they would have thought about stopping this one, because this defense has been bruised, it's been battered. But this is why they keep the fight going, right? They just got done with a really nice play, showing they still got a little bit left, don't they?
Haven't had many plays that they can clip, put in the film room, and smile about, but hey, there's one.
Clip and save.
They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. He'll drop to throw. The quick slant caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. They'll run for it with Hyde. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Carlos Hyde, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet, see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. A big loss there of 9 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. From the gun, Winston. And this is incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. He finds Humphries. And he's finally... taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. They'll toss it to Ajayi. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Aaron Lynch in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Evans has it left side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They start the drive with Hyde. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Again, it's Hyde. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll look to throw here. Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
Another miss.
Still on his feet. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one goes for 36 yards.
Green 39! Green 39!
They'll look to throw here on first down. He dumps it down to Ingram. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Rodgers. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Looking to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. It's a foot race. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, past the 20, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
You mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. Dances by him. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28. Yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Buccaneers have it. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. Winston now from the 50. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Well, if you want to be known as dependable to your quarterback, that's what you have to do. Go into the middle of the field, know the hit is coming, and catch the football. And that's exactly what he just got done.
And defensively, a little deflating to be able to lay that hit and not have the ball pop free, right?
No doubt about it, because your goal defensively, knock it free so that they say, okay, guess what? We're not going to throw it in there anymore. Now, they'll still continue to be aggressive.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great... I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Ooh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Second down, Winston. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The Bucs on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, the spin. And a juke this time. And now look at him go. Trotting. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. A big play for the Bucs there on third down. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. A second quarter score from down in Houston. And the Texans, they have scored again and moved in front by a couple of touchdowns. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now a second down throw for Winston. His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Here's Winston. His pass caught with the 4. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. Jameis to throw it. Buying time to his left. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this pack.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Out of of the gun. They'll look to throw. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Lavonte David. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded at the 20. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Elsewhere on the NFL scoreboard in Dallas. And the Cowboys now, they've opened things up in that one. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll start out on the ground with Ajayi. Ajayi hit. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play. That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad. Yeah. He got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go deep left. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They go play action. Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's caught inside the 30. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Winston now to throw on first down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Deshaun Jackson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs are just an extra point away from grabbing the lead now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard right there around the 35-yard line. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 80 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in win.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Sammy Coates, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson, and it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Aaron Lynch in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Deep ball for Goodwin. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Flashes another juke. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That one good for 33 and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he takes it across midfield to the 45. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for him, too.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Come on, let's go.
He gets away from 1, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
On 3rd down, Winston. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now it's Ajayi. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And the big tight end shifting around. Here's Winston. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
This is taken at the 3. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35, but make it the 40-yard line.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. Now back to throw. He goes underneath to Ingram. And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Got some real... And oh, his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Steps away to his left. Looking for the end zone. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll begin the drive with a Johnny. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long.
And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way. That's
going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. In motion is Coates.
Leopard! Detroit! No. Check, Patriot! Leopard! Now let's go!
They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Ingram at tailback. He's got it running left. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. They need a touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Ajayi, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
I'm not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Chuck Pagano decides to go. It doesn't work out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You don't want to throw away this excellent field position, but that's 2 incomplete passes in a row. Definitely need something big here on 3rd and 10.
Conversely, defense has done a good job on 1st and 2nd down. The coverage has been draped. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. On 4th down, Kyle Shanahan will send out the field goal unit. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Myers able to knock it through. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, don't think he'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Jackson's got it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. For 15 yards there on the catch and run.
But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Winston drops it off to Ajayi. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. It'll be a gain of 4, and it's a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
To throw, Winston. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
To throw is Winston. Going to throw deep for the end zone. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They've gone to the 4th quarter now in Dallas. And whistle blown, a timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 20. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is. And this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we got a backup who's warmed up and has come into the game. So you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On the counter, Ingram. Pass. There goes Mark Ingram. Touchdown, 49ers. Mark Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And he's got it up and through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against? Looks like the defense in press coverage here. This is Ajayi. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They run again with Ajayi. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And all the way down to the 9. A big play there for the Niners. 48 yards. Big run here in the 4th as they continue to wear down this defense.
And that's when the offensive line coach clicks onto the headset and says, head coach, offensive coordinator, let my guys fire out and hit people. We're wearing them down. Let's finish them off with the running game.
They'll run here with Ingram. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Second and goal to go now. On the counter, here's Williams. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Niners, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they're squarely in play for next year mode now as they drop to 2-11. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Tampa.